We live in the building, ain't it?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
live
we
in the
did.
building, man. I
Oh,
when
he
I
hit
act-
the button real nefariously.
yeah. I know. I actually was not trying to hit the button, but it was time. That was God way of telling us it was
That boy cut.
time for them to receive these words of wisdom from the three amigos of this cowboy content. And who is
Absolutely.
better to bring it to you than me, HTM Sports, my brother landlord from Alabama, and Big West Coast over there in Cali burning it up. What's good with y'all, man?
What's
Man,
happening?
hey, you can always tell when them YouTube chips hit, right?
He feeling good, ain't he?
Feeling
Feeling
good,
good, feeling
man.
great.
You know what? Yeah, I just want to let y'all know God is good. Put
Absolutely.
it in the comment box if God's been good to you.
You know,
Amen. Yeah. Hey man, but yeah, let them folks know who y'all is. I know they know y'all, but some people might be a little slow, man. So I need all y'all to introduce yourselves. Then we're gonna pay some bills over
Well,
here at the liquor store.
I am Diane J's oldest son,
Mm-hmm.
Latory Turner's older brother, and Will Harris's older son. You know what I'm saying? That's who I reside by. But in these Cowboy streets, y'all know me as West Coast Cowboy. You know what I'm
all
saying?
right.
A big West Coast. If you know me, by big West Coast, that means you really know me. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, you already know what it is. West Coast on any social platform. Type in West Coast, put the Cowboy at the end, and you'll find me.
Absolutely. And I go by landlord from Alabama. Your plug for everything about America's team, aka him Duncan. You understand? Something like that along them lines. But we doing the Cowboys content for the people. Let's get it.
Indeed, and as you know, man, it's your boy Hennythemoor reporting live from the liquor store, and I need y'all to come on in, man. We got whatever it takes to make you sin. We got him, we got gin, we even got Eagles tears, man. So come on in, have no fear, it's going down. And please remember, if you slap the shit out of an Eagles fan, you will receive half off all the merchandise in the liquor store. So please hurry and use your discount while supplies
So
last.
wait a minute. We need some
Supplies
clarity.
last.
We need some clarity though. What happens if you smack a Giants fan or a Commando fan? What happens then? You gets
Well,
nothing.
this is the thing. The Commanders, if you slap them, it's gonna be in limbo because they've changed their name 3 times in the last 4 years. So what we'll do is if you slap them, we'll write it down and we'll email them and find out exactly where we got to send the pain to. Because I would hate to send it to the Commanders and then they change back to the Redskins, and then you send it to the Redskins and they're like, no, we're gonna be the football team for a year.
Yeah.
So we're just this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna slap all of them. It's kind of like my mom, like when we used to get in trouble. It was easier for my mom to just whoop everybody. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
if you didn't get whooped for something you didn't do, she'll say, "Well, that's something you're gonna do next week." You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So just hit. If you see anybody from the NFC East, just slap them. But the Giants fans, they're the lowest. If you got to say who I hate the least, let's do it real quick. NFC East, who you hate the most?
I hate the
Eagles.
Eagles the most right now because they so loud and obnoxious for no reason. So it's
Yeah,
them.
Okay.
the Eagles got that little sister complex going on, man. Like everybody else in the family, they done graduated college, got good jobs and shit. And the Eagles are the one person in the family, they be out here celebrating, and all they got, is a GED.
They
Hey, but shout
being
out to all the Cowboy fans with GEDs, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I know high school was rough. You know what I'm saying?
petty.
But
Indeed,
hey, but
indeed.
But listen to me, man. Listen, you guys already know, man. Whenever we go live, there's a couple things y'all got to do. First thing y'all got to do is you got to hit the share button. You know what I'm saying? You got to hit the share button. You got to share the content, and you got to hit the star button. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this right now. If you guys are watching all your content creators, everybody's content numbers are going down. You want to know why? Because this is what we call the filter. You know what I'm saying? We're filtering out all the BS Cowboy fans that like to watch the Cowboys only when it's convenient to them. You guys are a part of you guys are actually a part of the foundation. You guys are the real ass Cowboy fans. So if you ever
Right.
go into a show and you only see 60, 70 people, don't be like, I'm not going to watch this because this not cracking. What you need to know is them is the 60 realest ass Cowboy fans on the internet right now, because
Yeah.
only real ass Cowboy fans is watching Cowboy content in the month of May. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So
Right.
that's just what I'm saying. I'm just being real. That's why I say only real ass content creators are making content in the month of May. So we just two real ass Cowboy fans connecting. You feel me? So if you ever
Absolutely.
see numbers down a little bit, it's cool. That's how we want it, because we got to get all the other folks out of there. But just remember, come October, November, when it get real crowded up in here, And people wondering, well, why Regina Green always get her name say? Why DeQuintus Cole
Facts.
always get his name? Why
Facts.
Joe Trentino always get his name yelled? Why
Facts.
Jameson Taylor always get his name yelled? Well, I remember back in May
Yeah.
when I only had 26 people on my live. I remember Regina Green on there holding me down. I
Facts.
remember Lewis Gardner. I'm Gerard. So that's what I'm saying, man. Hold your team down, and guess what? Like I said earlier today, it's gonna be feast or famine. Right now, it's a little famine, but guess what? When it's feast, we're gonna be back popping bottles, and all those folks who stayed around, guess what? You're gonna be like, dang, why his comment always get read? Why he
Yeah, you
always
gonna
get
you
that
gonna be
love?
privileged. You gonna be
Indeed.
privileged.
You're
And
gonna be
besides,
Absolutely.
privileged. You have cowboy privilege.
Facts.
yeah, and besides, y'all that are hanging around right now, y'all get the good stuff because over here at the liquor store, man, we still raffling off jerseys. Next month we're gonna be raffling off Dallas Cowboy game tickets. So like y'all who are actually participating, showing up, sending money, donating, doing this, doing that, y'all get the good shit. So you know
Yep.
what? Yeah, so y'all get the recognition, y'all gonna get some merch, like y'all gonna get good ass Dallas Cowboys content. And with that said, let me go ahead and segue. Nameless plug, gotta pay some bills real quick. If you send $5 to the $ Hennythemoor, you will be entered for a chance to win a Dallas Cowboy jersey. We're gonna be running this raffle till the 31st, and we will announce the winner on the 1st. And then next month, I actually got a poll going on right now. So everybody in the liquor store, everybody on the West Coast, everybody in the trap, if y'all want to participate in the poll to see which actual game ticket we will raffle off, go and vote. Right now it's tied. Right now it's tied between the Eagles as a home game and it's tied for the Jets as a home game. So those are the two with the most votes. Y'all go break the tiebreaker. Let me know who y'all trying to go see. We'll make it happen.
Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Hey, so let's get it, man. Hey, so who the hell is out here disrespecting Dak Prescott? I'm about to take my shirt off. What the hell's going on, bro?
PFF is talking real
I just saw I just saw the title. Was that like one of those titles where you just be like, breaking news, the Dallas Cowboys are signing a superstar player and they're just signing Dorrance Armstrong or something like that? Or is this like, or somebody really out in the streets? Because listen to me, I got a list of people that don't know me personally. But if you get crazy with me, I get out there personally you about them. Dak is one of them folks, man. Like I'll fight you in the street over my quarterback, man, because the disrespect is ridiculous, man. So
Yeah.
I need to know if y'all what's going on with my quarterback, man.
Pro Football Focus called Dak Prescott the weakest link on the Dallas Cowboys going into this season. So that was a disrespect. And we got to tear him down a little bit. We're gonna have to spank him a little bit. It's not gonna be pretty. They finna get dragged behind the car, so to speak. But
whoop that trick.
Yeah,
whoop that trick.
yeah. Like we gonna have to beat him up a little bit.
Stomp their head in.
Hey, hey, listen to me. I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is what we also gotta understand, right? It's May. I just told y'all it was May. What's today? Like May something, right?
16th, I believe.
16th, a long way from season opening. That's what May it is. And guess what? All these companies, they have bills to pay, bro. Like, I want to let the nation know. They have bills to pay. And just like people know there's certain things to trigger you, like everybody got a lady, right? Everybody right now can think of that one subject your lady can bring out that's going to trigger you like a mother. You know what I'm saying? You be like, yeah, the Cowboys are da. She said, you be like, say what?
They know how to press your buttons. Exactly.
Press your buttons, right? They know how to grab to captivate your attention. Despite all this stuff that's going on, she knows she has a key that she can put in you, turn it on, and guess what? I'm watching. Well, guess what? Every company that is in sports media, their key is the Dallas Cowboys. If the New York Yankees are having a problem selling tickets, you know what they're going to do? They're going to figure out a way to connect the New York Yankees to the Dallas Cowboys, and them tickets going to sell. That's why, think about this. Greg Hardy, I'm going to give you a great example. Greg Hardy played one season for the Dallas Cowboys. That's my dude, too. This is my dude. I got mad love for Greg. He played one season for the Dallas Cowboys. He now works at Walmart, okay? He didn't manage his money. He did whatever he did. He works at Walmart, right? They run there's this company that runs this story. Former Dallas Cowboy great is now working at Walmart. I'm thinking they talking about Charles Haley or Emmitt Smith. I'm like, great. Who the hell? What? What the hell is going on with Emmitt? What is going on with Troy?
Yeah, a real legend from the Cowboys.
Bruh, I click on the link. I'm like, Greg Hardy? Bruh, he was a Cowboy for a year.
And didn't he not finish the season out at that?
He didn't even thank you, bro. He didn't even finish the season.
They got to put that Dallas Cowboy in that on it.
Man, it sells tickets. But the disrespect, I'm just upset about the disrespect because never in life is a player that's top 10 at their position called the weakest link on the team. You don't do that, with any other position. And listen, I'm not saying that Dak Prescott is Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody ever said that. But at the same time, statistically, he is a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. He's one of the winningest quarterbacks in the NFL since he's been here. Like, and if you just talk about from a Dallas Cowboys standpoint, he's on track to have all the records. He's already second all time in passing yards. He already has the highest completion percentage of any Dallas Cowboy quarterback, the highest passer rating of any Dallas Cowboy quarterback. He had the best statistical playoff game of any Dallas Cowboy quarterback. So, you just go down the list. The man has over 24 Dallas Cowboy records under his belt.
You know what I really think it is, man? When I sit up and think about it, it's like, it's that bully kind of complex because Dak don't never respond. So it's like if they just keep saying stuff and they know they can get away with it, they just gonna fire off. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, real quick. I wanna, because my boy, we all about accuracy over here. So my boy Charlie Jones just graded some accuracy. Hold on. Because I thought there was something wrong. Charlie says that article that it's actually been corrected that he does not actually work at Walmart. He owns a marketing company that was in Walmart. But think about this. We didn't know that. And guess what? Nobody cared to know that. Shout out to my boy Charlie. We all about accuracy over here. You feel me? Mm-hmm. But think about that though. Even if it was true or not true, I would have thought he would have been a Carolina Panther, right?
Exactly. That's the problem.
Like he was drafted. They paid him. We didn't pay him.
Pretty much. Yeah. True that. But, hey, the initial disrespect comments, whatever, are always louder than when they backtrack the shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's always like that. They'll say something incorrect, have your name tarnished, and then once the truth come out, it's whispers about
no way. And it don't even clean it up no more.
Mm-mm. Hey, can I ask Rob Johnson what's his team that he reps? Because I feel like, listen to me, Rob. I'm gonna tell you like this.
Soon too.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. If you with a woman, right, and she disagree with 70 to 80% of stuff you do, that ain't your woman, bro. Listen, Rob, if you a Cowboy fan and you disagree, I can tell you disagree with 70 to 90% of the stuff that we say on a daily basis. I have a feeling you are not a Cowboy fan because there's some stuff that we say on accident that you should be like, God damn it, I like that. Like when we said, listen to me, we can all agree Kellen Moore had to get his ass out of here, right?
Yep.
We can all agree on that, right?
Yep.
If you can't agree on that, then you got to tell me what's your team. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. He said something like right now that just was perfectly said, and it just sums up everything that we just said right now. It's a horrible comment, but it's true to him, and it's true, and it lets you know how people really feel about Dak. He said this. He says Dak is a top 10 quarterback statistically, but not realistically.
I mean, that doesn't even make sense.
That doesn't make sense. You know what that means? That means you have factual evidence that says that he is, but you will overlook it over your opinion.
See, that's why Dak need us. Shout out to Kimberly Johnson. She said Dak's mother raised him not to disrespect others. And Dak carried his
R.I.P. to Miss Peggy, though.
R.I.P. to Miss Peggy Prescott. But
that explains a lot.
He Rob is not a Cowboy fan. West Coast is right. I just want to let you know that.
Yeah,
Rob,
he loved the content though. So salute to Rob.
He actually hate the Cowboy. Okay, that makes sense.
That's actually real. So we appreciate you being upfront with your brothers.
Hey, you a real you actually more realer than the Cowboy fans. So see, the Cowboy fans, that's like my kids. You ain't got no choice. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like you choosing to rock with me, Rob. I'm gonna be nice to you, Rob. Go ahead.
Just to get back to what she was saying was like, that's why y'all need people like us that's gonna tell the truth. Dak ain't got time to be arguing with these folks. You know what I'm saying? Dak got bigger stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? But we need somebody to represent them in the right way sometimes, because some people just gonna let them keep firing off this foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think, even though you know some stuff, you got to support what's right. If it's warranted, if he really is this terrible quarterback, you best believe we'll be saying it.
Of
After a
course.
while, we'll be like, man, we sick of Dak. We got to get him out of here.
Yeah.
But that's
Listen,
not the truth. So we're not gonna represent the truth. You got to fight for the truth. That's
indeed.
all I'm saying.
Yeah, and listen, I like what Stephen Harrison said. Say if Dak, a top 10 player, is the weak link, then that just shows how good the team is.
Facts.
Listen, like you know for a fact that Dak Prescott is not going to have a losing season, and you also seen even when Dak Prescott has a down year to his standards, right?
Yeah.
Through his standards, you can still win a playoff game. You can still make the playoffs. You can still, go 8-4 with him as a starter. You can still win 12 games. So like the worst
Hey,
of
think
Dak
about this.
Prescott is better than the best of other players.
Hey, and that's the same thing I was saying too. Like, damn. So you mean to tell me? Listen to me. On your lady's worst day, you know what she gonna do? She gonna order you some food and go lay down. You gonna eat, but it ain't gonna taste. She gonna order you some food. You feel me?
Yeah.
Dak Prescott on his worst day, you know what he gonna do? He gonna lose in the second round of the playoffs. Like, bro,
Yeah.
like I'm gonna be. That's why I try to say, like, Cowboy fans, like, I don't want us to feel like we're settling, because I think when people say that, they think that, like, yeah, but that's not good enough. Yes, I get it, but listen, Cowboy fans, we all know we're not gonna win the Super Bowl every single year. Y'all know that, right?
Unfortunately, that's a
But
hard pill
listen,
to
listen,
swallow.
listen. Landlord, we want to though.
Yeah, we do.
We do, but realistically, it's not gonna happen every year. Okay. So you can't just, like, at some point we gotta kind of like take. How do I say this without you guys canceling me? The Super Bowl can't be the ultimate test of success. Can I say that?
every year? Not
Year.
every year.
Not
Like,
every year.
can you guys, can somebody explain that? Because I feel like so many people just misunderstood what I just said.
I mean, it's realistic at some time. Like, especially when you have a lot of question marks on your roster. And we know that they didn't feel it. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the fingers that get pointed at Dak, to me, it be low-hanging fruit. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like, why did you not see the mismanagement of this front office at a lot of these positions? Before you just start shooting shots at Dak, you might need to, adjust your aim, because the front office right there, like they did this on purpose. Look like it's like we gonna, like, instead of some of the other front offices like the Eagles, unfortunately, like instead of them saying, "Hey, Jalen Hurts, make something out of nothing," they be like, "Okay, Jalen Hurts, we finna give you all this. Now I know you can make something." You know what I'm saying? That's the difference of mentalities.
And
And
You know
I'm
what I'm
gonna tell
saying?
you something. And I'm gonna say something too, because I think there's some people it's like this, right? I am raising my son, not raising my son. I'm training my son to be wide receiver, cornerback, right? But listen, is my son and I would love for my son to play in the NFL. But is my son a failure if he doesn't make it to the NFL?
No. Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying, like, we have to understand what success is. Like, so that's why it's like, Cowboy fans, who told you guys that last year was a bad season? Like that's what we really need to find out. Who are these content creators who are telling you guys that you failed in 2022?
Time out,
Yes,
Wes.
we did not win the Super Bowl,
I
but
think
we
this
did
a
not
good
fail.
look. I think this is a good way to say what you just said. Everybody has a ceiling. That's all it is. Everybody has a ceiling on what they might do or should do, like potential. Like, just because your son don't make the pros, that might have been his ceiling in football. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like,
That's
we
a good.
ain't talking about the other aspects of what he might be able to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? So every team has their own particular ceiling as well. We just don't know what that ceiling is until the season ends. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And listen to me.
yeah.
I don't listen to me. The Super Bowl is the goal. The goal that is the ultimate goal. But think about this. The ultimate goal from when you become when you get cognitive of who you are. Everybody wants to be wealthy, right? Everybody wants to be rich. But guess what? I'm not a wealthy person, but I consider myself successful. Why? Because I wake up every day and I have the option. Do I want to go do this or do I want to go do that? You know what I'm saying? Do I want to spend all my day with my children? Yeah, I can do that. I set up my life to be able to do that. Where, shoot, I ain't got to do nothing today. I can just chill with my kids all day. But guess what? I also had to change my degree of success. What is being successful to me? Because think about this. There are people who have achieved the goals that I would dream of achieving. And you know what they do? They jump off buildings, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
So was they successful? So that's what I'm saying. Like Cowboy Nation, I'm not saying that not winning because it's think about this. The Patriots won 7. But even if you look over 7 in the amount of time that they've been an organization over 60 years, that would almost say that they weren't what? Successful.
And hey, let's just actually clarify that they won 6. Tom Brady won 7. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So you know what? Because you know that's even a smaller percentage. And 2 things. Shout out to Dwayne Brown for the $5 donation. They got you another entry for the jersey. So salute to you. And this is a very interesting thing that Stephen Harrison said. There have only been 29 different quarterbacks who have won a Super Bowl throughout the course of NFL history.
And there's 61 and there's like 70 Super Bowls.
Yeah, we know. And listen, Tom Brady got 6 of them by his damn self. Troy Aikman got 3 of them.
6
right?
of them.
Then you think about it, Big Ben won 2, Eli won 2. You can really go throughout the list and just look.
Hey, Henny, you a fool with them numbers, bro. I gotta stop. Yeah, you a fool with them numbers, bro. You are a fool with them numbers. Go ahead, bro. You're a fool with them numbers, though.
Yeah, so it's not even. Realistic. There are entire franchises that have never won Super Bowls before. You look at the Jaguars. You look at the Titans. You look at the Houston Texans. You look at all these different franchises that never got to the promised land. Arizona Cardinals. So it's not.
I always use Dan Marino, bro. Dan Marino, one of the baddest quarterbacks that came through here.
One of the best quarterbacks ever.
Like, and listen, man, if you really actually know about how good Dan was, that should change your perspective on it. Like, man,
I mean, it won't for most people.
Bro, he was a league MVP.
Man, this dude
he was a league
cold,
MVP that was not winning that was on a team that couldn't win. Couldn't get over.
Same thing with McNair. McNair won an MVP, never won a championship. Cam Newton won an MVP.
John Elway almost hung it up before he got his 2. John Elway got 2 too.
He got his final 2 seasons as a professional player.
And I'm gonna tell you something else. You know what's crazy? You know what you just showed me, Henny? That it's almost impossible to win a Super Bowl, but it's even almost more impossible to win it again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because there are more quarterbacks with 1 than there are with multiples.
Let me give Dwayne Brown his shout out real quick for the $5 super. He said,
shout out. You got Patrick Mahomes with multiple.
Hold on. He said Dak is disrespected because he was to be Cooper Rush. In some fans' eyes, Romo should still be quarterback. Think about it.
Yeah, they do disrespect the hell out of Dak.
They sure hate him. They hate him to death.
All right, we'll continue your train of thought. We just had to get it.
My bad. I just want to get it. Yeah.
What are we talking about?
You were finna go out. You said something about Patrick Mahomes had multiple. Then I think you were just gonna list out the quarterback.
No, I'm just saying, like Cowboy fans don't understand. Like I know we want 1, but then guess what? After you get that 1, like it gets even harder, right? Because like then you go into the multiple quarterbacks. Like Eli Manning got multiple, Patrick got multiple,
Troy
got multiple,
Elway.
Think about this: you get 2 Super Bowls, you're basically a Hall of Famer. That's how hard it is.
Yeah.
Listen, I know dudes right now in the NBA that got 4 that have been on teams and probably will not be in the Hall of Fame.
No.
Bro, if you're a Hall of Fame, if you're a quarterback and you win, a lot of people don't like Ben. But listen to me, a lot of people don't like Eli, but he's going in, bro. Eli's going in the Hall.
He got a Super Bowl MVP too, don't
he? 2 of them.
He gets 2.
Yeah, he gone.
And think about this: both teams were 9-7. Both teams made the playoffs, and the one team, the last team, the first team made the playoffs because they had to go like 6 games in a row.
One thing I think people don't realize about it is like you can have all that great success, but every team that usually win the Super Bowl, especially if they win in multiple, it always be attached to something great on that team. It don't just be like the quarterback just so good. Like Patrick Mahomes was like closest to it to me. Like he didn't have like just a super great element to that team other than Andy Reid, in my opinion. I think Andy is just sensational. I think he's fine.
I mean, they had a good defense both times they won, though. So, you know what I'm saying?
talking about something that was great. We talking about multiples. Like,
hey, but I'll tell you what I will say about
this. Finna be quick. Far as the Giants go, you know their defensive line was great, bro. Yeah. Them dudes was ridiculous. Like Strahan and also what his name was, also what is Human Euro. Them boys was crazy coming off that line. You know what I'm saying? So they had a dominant, great defensive line that year. You go back to Denver and with Peyton Manning and them and stuff, like he had a great offense. Like you gotta have something that's gonna be super great attached to that quarterback.
And I'm gonna tell you something too, like because you got to remember when the playoff starts, half the teams don't make it in. So
Yeah,
guess what? You don't really even have to have the greatest defense. You just got to have a better defense that's in the playoffs right now.
yeah, yeah.
Because think about this: the Cowboys, I would have think last year would have probably had one of the better defenses that was in the entire playoffs. And I'm gonna tell you, so did the Giants. The Giants have one of the better defenses. So, like, listen to me. But who did they get this week? The Saints. Who did they get? Buda Baker.
They didn't get him. Remember that was
They didn't get him.
that
It
was
was just
fake.
rumored.
Yeah, that was
But
fake.
all right, good. I'm happy that is good. Why? Because teams in the NFC East, if you guys are noticing, the year the Dallas Cowboys diminished their run game, everybody in the NFC East start getting better, try to get better. What? Stopping the run.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like Washington's always been invested. Freaking Philadelphia's invested in stopping the run. New York's invested in stopping the run. So it's like this year is going to be a very, very pivotal year that the Dallas Cowboys will be able to stop to be able to run the damn football. And I'm gonna tell you this right here: you're going to have to be able to run the ball with Dak Prescott. You're going to have to move it, and it's like Dak Prescott is one of the few guys. Like Lamar Jackson doesn't get Lamar Jackson. They look at him as Michael Vick. Like if you don't see him running, you're like, what's wrong with him? Dak is the dude where it's like his athleticism almost gets used at him. It's almost like everything that Dak does well, they use it against him. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, but he's athletic. Like, bro, like everybody hated Dak when he was a dink and dive quarterback. Like, to be honest with you, I loved Dak when we were dink and dunk quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And think about this: our defense wasn't even really good when Dak came in the league. It wasn't really good, but he just managed the football so well.
Our
You know what I'm
defense
saying?
was Ezekiel Elliott. That's what
Yeah.
our defense was.
Let me get this
Go
off
ahead.
real quick. He says,
Hey,
no,
shout out to my boy Brown with the $5 cash app too.
he said, no, you gotta have that quarterback that can hide your flaws because of your team. We don't have a quarterback in that can lift the team up. That's a lie, first and foremost, because most teams don't win like that. Because when you look around, at what
Why Aaron Rodgers can do it? Why
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers can do it?
look
Aaron
around
Rodgers
like
been
look
an
around,
MVP and didn't win the Super Bowl.
yeah, look around like the Giants. They didn't go in there and score a bunch of points. Eli Manning didn't go out there and just throw for 500 yards, no shit like that. They won with their defense. That was a
Matthew
defensive
Stafford
battle.
won the Super Bowl a couple years ago with the most interceptions in the league.
Exactly. So this thing about hiding your flaws, you know what I'm saying, man? You got
Bro, look at the 49ers. Who's their quarterback? What are you talking about?
You can't even name them, and they've been beating us.
It said, bro, Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl with the worst O-line. He got one of the best wide
And he
receiver
lost.
cores, and
But
they
he lost.
still lost.
And I'm gonna tell you this right here. He's also in the AFC. So the AFC and the NFC are two different conferences, bro. Think about this. The Cincinnati Bengals, if they were having problems at the beginning of the season beating what? NFC teams. That's why they had a losing record at the beginning of the season.
He said
The Cincinnati
Pat
Bengals
Mahomes won with the 27 ranked defense. When was this?
And you just gave the Bengals a compliment, and we beat them with a backup quarterback.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But you can't see the greatness in your team though.
And think about this.
That's what's crazy to me.
He said Niners hide their quarterback. They do.
And think about this. When we went to Kansas City, we lost 19-16.
And Amari Cooper didn't even play, and CeeDee Lamb left the game at halftime.
He lost by 3 points.
With a concussion.
He lost by 3 points. But listen to me. At the end of the day, I think the number one thing people need to stop doing is, listen, we can cuss out Dak Prescott and say he's trash. I'm not tripping. But as soon as we finish, we got to have a conversation about the boy up there in Buffalo, who was actually the number one rated person to win the MVP trophy this year, and his ass did not play good. After you talk about Dak, you got to get on Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers got to the point where they didn't even want his ass no more.
Then Aaron Rodgers couldn't beat this same team.
Bro, he couldn't even beat Detroit, bro. He couldn't beat a team that he had beat for 5 years. Think about this.
Look, he
in a must-win game,
too. He keep losing to the same team.
Think about this. In a must-win game, division game, to go to the playoffs, playing a team you have beat 5 years in a row, you lose.
All right. And Kansas City was the 18th ranked Scoring defense, they only allowed 22.2 points a game, and they were the number 8 run defense. So they were not this horrible.
They were not there. They were a good defense. I'm
Yeah,
gonna tell you
like
guys,
y'all look
Kansas
at their
City.
pass defense. They had like 7 rookies on their defense. So
But,
like they did some good things.
hey, and think about this, fellas. You know when you go shopping, if you get you some good shoes, like some fire ass shoes, you can go cheap on the outfit, right? You know what I'm saying? Because if you got the new J's on, you can just throw your little Pro Club on, some shorts, and you good, right? Well, guess what? When you have exceptional play from one area, you can go cheap on other stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like how that a man's outfit, we gonna have $100 shoes, $100 jeans, $100, $100. A lady, she gonna get her a Gucci purse and have a $12 outfit on, and we gonna be like, damn, she fly. You know what I'm saying?
How can you say
On everything, right?
How can you say put Aaron Rodgers on this team when Aaron Rodgers has lost with better teams? Like we had never had a wide receiver of the caliber. Hold on, we never had a wide receiver of the caliber of what's his name?
Adams.
Devontae Adams.
Like Devontae Adams was the best wide receiver in the damn league. You know what I'm saying? We never had Devontae Adams. You know what I'm saying? We never had that. We never had this super athletic tight end like they used to have.
Bro, listen, Henny, all you got to do is tell them this. In a year where they said Aaron Rodgers was the best player in all of football, he lost to the same team we lost to in the playoffs.
He
Only
could not
difference,
get over the San Francisco 49ers.
bro, they can't lose. They
got blew out by the 49ers.
They've been smacking them boys for years.
Hey, you know the problem though? They don't know. See, the problem with a lot of Cowboy fans is they don't know football as much as they know Cowboy football. So they think since I watch all Cowboys content and I'm really in them, that doesn't mean that you know that Aaron Rodgers has been slumping for the last 2 years. Like, be honest with you, if you ask somebody right now, hey, how is Russell Wilson as a quarterback? Oh man, he's a beast. He's a this. He's a that. I'd be like, well, when was the last time you seen him play? Because he ain't been that in 2 years. Russ ain't been Russ in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? You ask somebody, hey, how is Russell Westbrook? Oh, he's dope. He is, but he ain't been Russ in about 2 years.
Time out. That's one of the most underrated things ever. Like, because Russ was the biggest. Like they used to hype Russ up like he was great. But until last year, you see how much Denver had to give up to get him. So
hey, question: Is Russ a better? Go ahead.
Hold on. I'm just about to say, Dak gets no credit for beating Russ in the playoffs either.
No,
like,
he don't.
Nobody says nothing about that.
You know what they
don't
say?
Care at all.
Landlord, they say Dak beat the Seahawks. Yeah, but Russell Wilson was on the team.
yeah. They don't even count that as a head-to-head win, and Russ was regarded as one of the better quarterbacks in the league at the time.
And I'm gonna tell you this, something that nobody knows: they were the #1 rushing team in football that year too.
In 2018, correct?
They were the #1 rushing foot team, and we were losing at halftime.
And then Dak did a look. Dak, did you remember that run he did? Did you remember that run Dak did? Man, I had like a 13, 14-yard run on 3rd down and got the 1st down and scored the 1st down to win the game.
Some of y'all listen to me. Some of y'all just
so Russell Wilson right now better than Dak Prescott. I know you smoking crack. Like
there's nobody
that was high, but I think you sprinkle a little bit of that shit in your herb, man. We call it Cocoa Puffs back in the day.
Listen to me, bro. Public opinion won't even agree with you like that. Public opinion wouldn't even agree because the common public opinion about Russ is that he's not a good quarterback right now.
He washed.
And he's an
asshole. What they saying about him? They say the boy washed. Like hell.
And he's an asshole.
We finna see what Sean Payton can do with him. But he was terrible last year.
And think about this.
And he had weapons all over that team too.
And I'm gonna tell you guys something too.
Right now,
And I'm gonna tell you guys something too that you guys also got to remember too. Dak is a quarterback that is under the thumb of somebody. Bro, Russ cooks. Russ get to do what the hell bro, tell me a play where Russ can run this way, run that way, run this way, run this way, and then decide he don't want to throw it no more. Bro, Dak is not, bro, I know a season where the organization said, yes, it was not in our best interest for him to run this year. And what?
Wait a minute. Look at Javon Brooks come in. That go right back to what I said. He said Russ Wilson needed the Legion of Boom and Beast Mode. He needed everything perfect. What I said, most of the time when you get a Super Bowl, it be some great attached to that. You know what I'm saying? It don't just be like this quarterback did it all and we won. Like, nah, bro, them boys was gangster. Like, them boy Legion of Boom was probably the best defense we done seen in a long time. Them boy was gangster.
Quincy, I've been watching Russ for the last 3 years. He ain't did shit. So I'm waiting to see the man ball again.
Man,
I'm just saying.
the last time Russ was truly good was 2018, the year that we put him out the playoffs. That was the last truly good Russ team. Because he's declined, bro.
Yeah.
He declined. And listen, if he was out here making all pro teams, doing this, doing that, I'm just saying I would do that.
Listen to me, Ruby Flores. He says Dak isn't a cerebral quarterback. Ruby, I want you to put in the comment box, what is the definition of cerebral?
You got
Because
5
I feel like
seconds
you just
before you Google.
Yeah, I want to know.
Go ahead and put it in there.
I want you to know what is an example of being cerebral. What is it? Because I remember a play. The play was so dumb. The play was so fire that Post Malone, he's a white rapper. He's fire though. He says, Hail Mary. He said, Dak roll out, Hail Mary touchdown. Hey, in your way, in that body. I'm just saying, I don't know too many dudes rapping about plays that folks do in the. I mean, do you remember that play in New York where Dak rolled out to the left?
Nick Foles got a Super Bowl. Like y'all need to start talking about he got a Super Bowl. This man, these guys had a Super Bowl before Dak Prescott even came to the damn league. Y'all talking about
a Super Bowl.
You got to upgrade. So Rudy Flores. So you mean you mean the kind of the play that he make every week? You mean the kind of routine plays he make every week?
Rudy,
hold on, Rudy. Let me ask you this: if Dak Prescott can't see the field, why is he top 10 all time in completion percentage? Why is he top 10 all time in passer rating? Why is he top 10 all time in touchdown to interception ratio? If you can't see the field, you can't do that.
Rudy is a dude that is trying to sound really smart in the comment box. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Cerebral, that is not cerebral. Cerebral in moving a safety. What is you talking about? That is not cerebral. That's called reading the defense. Let me ask you a question. How does Dak throw 37 touchdowns in a season if he doesn't know how to read a touchdown? He doesn't read a safety. That doesn't make no sense. Think about this. Last year in 2020 run, how many touchdowns did Aaron Rodgers throw? 2021, I think he threw 38.
37. Both
37.
Patrick Mahomes threw 37 too that year.
He threw 37 touchdowns. So I'm going to ask you a question. Why is it when Patrick Mahomes throws 37 touchdowns, it's, oh my God. But when Dak throws 37 touchdowns, it's what? Listen to me. What we need to understand.
Time out. Aaron Rodgers won the MVP with those same 37 touchdowns.
I know.
So
you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you, he says because he beats up there. Listen to me, Rudy. If Dak beats up on bad teams, this is my thing. One bad because we were 7-1 this year versus teams over 500. We beat the Cincinnati Bengals, who were a playoff team. We beat the Philadelphia Eagles once, who were a playoff team. We beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who were a playoff team. Who else? We beat the Minnesota Vikings, who were 8-0 when we played them.
8-1, but yeah, close enough.
And think about this. Leading the league in interceptions doesn't really matter. You want to know why? Because in 2021, the Super Bowl champion led the league in interceptions.
Facts.
And listen, you can't say I was gonna say this real quick. You can't say beat up on losing teams because Aaron Rodgers has a losing record against winning teams. Aaron Rodgers is 41 and 44 against teams with winning records. So he got 44 losses and 41 wins.
That's a Dallas Cowboy hater stat because most quarterbacks struggle against them players.
I know. So
most of them do.
Let me just put this into perspective. Deshaun Watson, the guy, $50 million quarterback, 7-19 against teams with winning records.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That boy over there, Kirk Cousins, who they say he's similar to, 10 wins and 40 losses against teams with winning records. Lamar Jackson is 14-14. He is 500. Right.
Hey, what is? Because I know you got some. Give me Aaron Rodgers record versus winning quarterback against his winning team. Give me Drew Brees. Give me Drew Brees' record versus winning team. Y'all know Drew.
Now, good job, Rudy, because you got people who hate the Cowboys saying they like you.
But you know the cool thing about it is, listen to me. The one thing I like though, I'm gonna tell you this. This is what I'll say. If you're at the level of your Cowboy content or your not even Cowboy content, if you're at the level of your football knowledge and acumen, where you blame the quarterback for mostly everything, that only shows the level of football knowledge, because that's like a man. That's like a person looking in and saying everything is the man's fault. Everything is the man's fault. No, that when you talk like that, that makes me believe you ain't been in a lot of relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like you haven't really, because we all know that it works two ways. And the cool thing about the game is when it comes to everybody wants to say leading the league in interceptions. Think about this. How many interceptions did Dak have? Dak had 15 interceptions. There's 17 games in the season, right? Dak played 12. How many games did Dak play last year? 12?
12. And Dak Prescott was not even the quarterback that led the league in turnover. Josh Allen was. Josh Allen had one less interception, and then he had like 8 fumble losses.
And that man sleep peacefully at night. Nobody says
every
nothing
night
about Josh Allen.
And he threw two interceptions in a home playoff game that they lost.
And he had a better offense, all that. You know what
I'm saying? And think about this. Dak led the league in interceptions, but Josh Allen led the league in interceptions in the red zone.
And turnovers and fumbles. Had 7
in the red zone, bruh.
No, he got
in
9
the red
fumbles.
Zone.
Shout out to Choctaw, Montana. He said Josh Allen did 16 interceptions and 9 fumbles lost.
He said if Dak is
had 14 and 7 fumbles lost. But that's all they talk about.
Oh my God, Rudy, you're 80. Rudy's one of those. I've been a Cowboy fan since 1976. So listen to me. I don't give a damn how long you've been a Cowboy fan. Listen to me. My mom's been a Cowboy fan since 1960. And guess who she come to get her Cowboy content from? Me.
Butler
I
man
do not.
said, look, Butler
I don't
man
care.
said I miss Romo, bro. I love Romo, but Romo threw a lot of them things too. Now, come on,
right?
Yeah, but you know what? And I'm gonna tell y'all this right here.
Romo, but Romo will throw an interception now.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you this right here, like,
and not give a damn.
Yeah, but listen to me. This is the thing, right? This is the thing, like. Cowboy fans, like some of us just like there's a group of Cowboys just like we need to just flat out mature. Because let's just be real, like some of you guys are literally holding Dak Prescott to a goal that is only achievable by a team. Like if like when the like
he can't do it by himself.
Thank you.
So now Romo ain't shit to let Rudy tell it.
Romo is the same as Dak, turns the ball over in crucial drives with the game on the line. That's not actually true.
Bro, that ain't been Dak.
That ain't even true. That ain't even true.
This is an outlier year. This ain't never been Dak.
Listen to me. We're not going to read.
Math. Let's do simple math. Dak Prescott threw 15 interceptions this year, right? Right? And can everybody agree? He threw 15, right? Okay. He had 65 for his career. So let's do the quick little math.
Wow.
Let's do the quick little math. 15 over 65. So Dak Prescott threw 23% of his career interceptions
in 1 year.
In this year.
Does that sound like a person who just does this? No. That's
somebody. Hey, listen to me. Somebody said Romo made wide receivers like Patrick Creighton shine. DeQuincy Coleman. That means that you're not a Cowboy fan because you don't know about Cedric Wilson. How Cedric Wilson got a $5 million contract to go to the Miami Dolphins and didn't really even catch no balls.
You don't know why he got a
he don't know how Randall Cobb got paid more money to leave the Cowboys and go to the Texans.
Yeah, he went back with Aaron Rodgers and didn't do nothing.
Didn't do anything. Dak Prescott got Randall Cobb paid. He got him paid.
And he ain't did nothing since Dak. Make sure you remember that. Randall Cobb has been a no-show since he left the Cowboys.
But see, that's what happens when you don't know, you don't really know a lot about your team. So, you know what I'm saying, about my team. You know what I'm saying? You say guys like Patrick Creighton. What are you talking about, bro? Cedric Wilson was a better receiver than Patrick Creighton.
What about Bryce Butler?
Bryce Butler got paid.
Cole Beasley got paid.
Cole Beasley got paid. What is y'all talking about? Think about this. Amari. Oh my God. Amari Cooper got paid.
Yeah, Amari Cooper had lost his status as the number 1 option in
Bro, the Raiders traded him.
Yeah, he had lost his status as the number 1 option.
Dak Prescott got Michael Gallup paid while y'all playing. Michael Gallup got paid off of Dak. So, hey, I don't know what they got going on. Look, Dak had Bryce Butler feeling so good.
Oh, my God.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Dak had Bryce Butler feeling so good that Bryce Butler wanted to test the open market. He didn't want to take what the Cowboys was giving him, did it?
Bro, listen to me. To be exact, Bryce Butler was feeling so good, his ass went on First Take and said, I won't come back to Dallas unless I'm the number 1, while Dez was there.
And this man went where he disappeared. He didn't even make a team after that.
Hey, but remind these, repeat what I just said. Dak had Bryce feeling so good, He said, I feel like I'm a number one, and I just don't want to come back unless I feel that I'm
Wait
going
a
to be a
minute,
number one.
Wes. Was he on the West Coast? Because that must have been something else had him feeling that good.
You know
Man,
what? If he was, hey Bryce, if he was, let me get 2 ounces of it, Wes. Let me get 2 ounces. I'll
Cause
get
that
2 ounces.
might he had something else making him feel that good. Talking about
Yeah,
being
yeah, I'll
number
get
one
2 ounces
over
of it though.
Dez. He going crazy.
so
Like, bro,
yeah.
Amari Cooper was looked at as a diminished wide receiver. When we traded for Amari Cooper, people were making fun of us because we gave up a first-round pick for Amari Cooper.
No, we got the point because you said that that Tony Romo elevated lesser wide receiver. Dak Prescott did too. It's not an argument.
Yeah.
Dak has gotten a lot of people paid, to be honest with you.
Fact.
Dak Prescott has elevated wide receivers. You would not know their name. They play on another team.
I mean, now my question is this: you think CeeDee Lamb should get paid?
Yeah, Craig, like Craig
And
said,
think
brother
about
was
this. And
nothing
think
when
about
he left the Cowboys.
and think about this. And we know the proof is. Think about the guys who have gotten paid, went other places, and fell off, bro. Bro, Cedric Wilson is not the same guy in Miami. He's not. Cedric Wilson had a better career with Dak. Bryce Butler had a better career with Dak. Randall Cobb had a
He had a
better
better
career with Dak. Amari Cooper, man, Amari Cooper was a good ass receiver, bro.
Bro, hey, Noah Brown had the best season of his career.
We ain't even think about Noah Brown. Dalton Schultz.
These folks went and got paid somewhere.
Lord, they going to make money off of that. You
Bro,
know
Dak, hey, listen, Dak had Dalton Schultz thinking he was a $10 million. Yeah, they gave that boy $10 million.
Hey, they got that boy paid. So I don't get it, man. I don't get it, man. They just gonna find a way to move the goalposts and spew out hate on Dak Prescott, man. And like I said, it makes me think, and this I'm gonna have to get up out of here in a second, but
Me
like
too.
this right here makes me think, right? For the people who so adamant about how much they hate Dak Prescott, I got one question for you. When we score a touchdown and it's thrown by Dak, do you cheer? Like what do you do?
They do, but
Like, what do
they
you
celebrate
do?
the guy who caught it. They
Hold
just
on,
celebrate the guy who caught
the
it.
Quincy asked why he didn't elevate the wide receiver this year. He did. Noah Brown had the best season of his career.
And you got to the second round of the playoff with a 12-5 record.
And you had number one offense with Dak Prescott.
And think about this: your starting wide receiver was freaking goddamn Dennis Houston, bro.
Week 1.
James Washington.
And look,
theoretically, you started the season without a number one. You started the season without a number one receiver.
Look, Dak was top 10 in all them stats that he ain't mentioned. And he had a couple years where we were doing wide receiver by committee. We had to go trade for Amari Cooper. You know what I'm saying?
Like y'all don't know who the hell Deontay Thompson was.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I thought I related to the boy. He had Thompson. You know what Nina them?
I don't know who these folks is. So yeah, man, I think y'all need to adjust the perspective you have on Dak, man.
Yeah, and then you also got to think like this, bro. Like some of us, honestly, some of us just need to just grow up, bro. Like some of us just need to grow up in our Cowboy content. Like
before we leave here, man, y'all haters got to answer that question. Do y'all cheer when Dak throws a touchdown?
They do, but they cheer for the other guy though. They don't give credit. They give credit to the guy who caught the ball. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got to admit that. You know what I'm saying?
Way to go, CeeDee Lamb. Like,
yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is like some of us just need to simply we love the Cowboys and we love being Cowboy fans. But I'm gonna be honest with you, and I know this is gonna go over a lot of you guys' head. A lot of fans love Cowboys more than they actually love football. And a lot of Cowboy fans know more about Cowboys than they actually know about football. So it's like, if you know a lot about Cowboys, that means you know what Dak's middle name is, you know who the quarterback was in 1976. But when you don't actually know football to compare with
football,
so that you can know that even though Dak does this, if you look at that comparative to everybody else, that's really good. You know what I'm saying? So I think instead of us trying to and then my next question is this: for all y'all Dak Prescott experts, why aren't you an expert on the kicker? Tell me who your kicker is. I ask you who your kicker is, and because how can you be an expert on the quarterback position, but you have no clue what we're doing in the wide receiver one or what we're doing on tight end? You know what I'm saying? The quarterback position is the easiest position to talk about and is the easiest position to criticize. You know what I'm saying?
And when I hear people talking like they be talking to him, it let me know that y'all watch too much First Take, too much Undisputed. You watch too much of this mainstream foolishness that want to get you riled up, that want to start an uproar and have you up in arms. That's what they want to do. So
Yeah, and then
y'all be
Man,
also think
playing
about
right into
this.
their hands.
And then think about this before we get out of here too. Not even just not like listen. Also, question this. Last question I'm asking is this: How much Cowboy fans are we actually just researching this stuff our own self? Like I know West Coast is a trusted asset. I know HTM is trusted. I know Landlord is trusted. But on the real, like, how don't just the worst thing you could do is just um replace Colin Cowherd with West Coast. That's a good thing because I love that you're getting your content. But there's something more than that. There has to be an onus on you to want to know the freaking truth, man. Because guess what? I might be wrong. You know what I'm
okay.
saying? We need to let's listen to me. The reason ACM got into content is because why? He was listening to other people watch, listen, da 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 da. And then guess what? Eventually he'd be like, you know what? I can do this myself. So then once
So
you start doing content, you know what you realize? You don't gotta watch those guys. Why? Because I'm already watching the film. I don't gotta watch them. Why? Because I can just watch the film and come on my own take on it.
yeah, hey, two things. I gotta just dismiss this before we get out of here. If Dak Prescott did all that, he would not be third in the NFL in comeback wins. No, since 2016. So he doesn't fumble or throw picks with the game on the line.
People just be
And hold
saying
on,
stuff,
let,
man.
let, let, let me run through this shit. And then, so apparently, you know more than Drew Brees, because Drew Brees said that Dak Prescott reminded him of Peyton Manning pre-snap. So you know
Yeah,
more
and I'm
football
gonna tell you
than
this
Drew
right here
Brees.
on the
So
screenplay
let's
on
proceed.
that. Listen to me on the screen. Listen to me. The plays that you're talking about. How do you throw an interception, pick six on a screenplay? Well, I'm going to tell you, DeQuintus Coleman. Well, the first screenplay, he threw the same curl route. Kellen Moore threw the same curl route to the exact same receiver twice, and the second time he picked it off. And guess what? That's why Kellen Moore was fired.
That's
Okay.
scheme. That's scheme.
So
Yeah,
listen to me. Listen to me. Think about this, fellas. All the bad things that we say this offense did, guess what? Jerry Jones said, guess we don't like it either. And guess who's to blame for it? Kellen Moore.
Yeah.
yeah. It's hard to have empty
And they
calories
fired
when
him
you don't.
for it.
It's
They
hard to
didn't
have.
fire Dak. They fired Kellen Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to have empty calories though when you know win games, like all this garbage time empty calorie shit. Like, how do you have empty calories or garbage time stats when you're always winning?
And then
Somebody
you
said
going up
7 years,
against
7 years and can't get past the divisional round. Listen to me. Most of the quarterbacks in the NFL right now can't get past the divisional round. 80% of the quarterbacks in the league right now can't get past the divisional round. 80.
and a large percent of them can't even make the playoffs. So
Yeah, like what is you talking about? The top five, the highest paid quarterbacks in all of football didn't even go to the playoffs last year. Aaron Rodgers did not go to the playoffs. Watson did not go to the playoffs. Kyler Murray did not go to the playoffs. Russell Wilson did not go to the playoffs. Who was the other boy?
Aaron Rodgers.
If I said Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers was a 50 million.
All right, and then shit. You talk about divisional
Deshaun
round.
Watson of 50 million too.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson.
But I'm just saying the top five quarterbacks in that the top highest paid quarterbacks in football last year did not make the playoffs. So, you know what I mean? Like, Dak is fine, bro.
I just want y'all to report back to this live right here when
And this
Dak
dude Rudy
going
said, I'm
crazy.
born and raised. But Rudy just said, I'm born and raised here and I know the post. Bro, Rudy, you don't know the pace, bro. You ain't even got your profile pictures of a Facebook logo, bro. You might even be an Eagles fan. Knock it off, bro. Hey, enough. Listen to me. This is what we're really going to do. And this is what I'm going to commit to right now. To prove to you guys how ignorant these comments about Dak Prescott are, I'm not going to acknowledge them anymore. We're not going to acknowledge them anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because the worst thing you can do to someone that's acting stupid is to acknowledge their stupidity. Because once you acknowledge their stupidity, you give it legs. So me, personally, I will not be acknowledging any stupid comment about Dak Prescott. No, I'm not. It's like my baby mama calling me and trying to tell me I'm not doing something for my daughter, and my daughter stay with me every day. You ain't seen her in 2 years. How you gonna talk to me about it? You can't speak to me on that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So unfortunately, Rudy, and we can talk about other subjects. I'm not gonna say that we're not gonna talk about other subjects, but I, from your conversation, have deemed that you're not qualified to have that. I'm not qualified to have that conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? So you want to put a little bit more fat. You know, I'm this big West Coast. I've been doing this for 8 years. And, you know, Craig, he's qualified for, who else? D Hicks, he's qualified. Miss Regina, he's qualified. But just random people that just come in here on May 13th and just want to say random stuff about Dak. You might have bought a Dak bow tie and it didn't tie right and you got mad at him or something. You know what I'm saying? Or your girl, listen to me, because I know there's a bunch of guys out there who are mad at Dak because Dak is your girl's wallpaper. Like, let's just keep it real, bro.
Yeah.
Listen to me. She's not going to meet him. She's not going to meet him. And if she do, Dak ain't like that. He ain't going to take your girl, bro.
You're safe, bro. You're safe.
You're
bro.
safe, bro.
Just let it go.
The light-skinned wonder ain't going to take your girl, man. I promise you, man.
All right, well, I have to abandon y'all, man. It was good to have y'all on here with me. You know, I thank you, West Coast, for taking time out your day to come in.
Hey, real quick. Let me say real quick. I'm not gonna block Rudy because Rudy is entitled to his opinion, and I don't care. Nothing of what Rudy has said has been factual, so I'm not gonna block him for that. DeQuintus, you got blocked on my Facebook because you were saying some stuff that was out of line, and you continued to do it. But guess what? We gave you an opportunity on YouTube. Don't blow that. You know what I'm saying? You can only create so many burner accounts. And you got to remember, West Coast, I don't really give a damn about the haters. I respect and love the shooter, and that's the people that are actually helping me keep this content on. So anybody other than that, I'm just dragging you along. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to let y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got blocked. Rudy's good. I'm not tripping on Rudy. I love Rudy. Rudy good. I love your opinions, as long as they stay opinions.
Hey, you gotta remind me of a quick bar. They said, hey, a wise man told me don't argue with fools because people from a distance can't tell who is who.
Who is who?
Shout out to Hov, man. We gotta get up out of here though, man.
On that note, we out.
Yes, sir. Shout out to everybody.
And
Peace.
bless America team. Run the Eagles over.